so enamored by the perfect story. You get it, it's beautiful, it's perfect, and then you keep it for a long time. That a story that doesn't fit that, even if it's important to your life trajectory, is still giving you meaningful things, but just ended in a different way than you expected. The pain is triple. Not because you are not able to move on, but because you are moving with the expectation that the thing you're supposed to find is the meaningful, powerful, beautiful, perfect thing that you can keep forever. My name is Andres, and I'm a numerologist. Think astrology's lost cousin, an ancient mathematical system with Pythagorean lineage. Every Wednesday on my live stream, I give free readings to anybody comfortable enough to open up in front of an audience.
I moved from São Paulo to living in Rio de Janeiro um, 2 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been watching the live stream from the beginning. A year ago, I was in a I was in a situation where I wasn't really happy with
Mm-hmm.
my life, and I decided to make some movements, some changes, and that's when I came to Rio for not the first time, but to stay for a longer period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a trip. I was just trying to have fun, and in this trip, I met a guy,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and it felt like it was destined to happen. I don't know. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We got along very well. It was a very easy connection we have.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, we decided it was like 4 days of trip, and after 4 days we spent together, we decided to to enter a long distance relationship, and it was scary as hell because I've never done this kind of thing, and yeah, it was definitely an experience because it was so difficult. I spent the last year just trying to figure out a way that we could be together. I already had plans to move here, to move
Mm-hmm.
for move to Rio de Janeiro, and I was just looking for an opportunity, for a job, for anything that could make give me money to live here, to change my life radically. It was very difficult because I spent a long time just not getting any response, positive response from any job that I would apply. And it was very interesting that after 10 months of relationship, we broke up because it wasn't working so well. At the very exact moment that we broke up, I it came to me an opportunity to move, and I got a job. I got the
Mm-hmm.
job. It was an opportunity that I looked for a long time in my life, which was working in an art studio with pottery, which is the thing I like to do, the thing I love to do. And again, life felt destined. Felt like fate was unraveling in front of me. And so I moved. I'm here now. The first month that I got here, me and this guy, we didn't return to the relationship, but
Mm-hmm.
we were close, but things were strange. We both changed in this brief moment that we spent apart from each other. After 1 month that I was here already, we decided to split up again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's been like a roller coaster because I moved here, I got my dream job, I lost my dream guy, and it feels
Wasn't your dream
awkward.
guy because like your dream guy is the one you stay with, so it wasn't your dream guy. It was a great guy, I'm sure, but it wasn't your dream guy. Dream guy
Yeah,
is still coming. So
yeah. No, speaking from a fantasy point of view, he
I
was
guess.
my
Yeah.
dream guy. It feels good being here. I love the city. This place is wonderful, but it also feel kind of strange because yeah, I don't know people around here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it's being a moment of self-reflection. And it also brings some anxiety about the future. Things are kind of uncertain right now
Hmm.
of how my life's going to develop. Feels lonely, but also feels kind of good being where I wanted to be in the past. But it somehow it's frustrating.
I think you ended up in the right city for a reason. It's in your chart. Um, I think he was, my read of it could be wrong. I think he was organized by the universe to bring you there, but he was not
Oh,
necessarily supposed to be part of your story there. And it's just the universe sometimes organizes this stuff for us. And by the way, everybody else watching on the stream, every time I give a reading to a gay guy, me being a gay guy myself, we're gonna get into some gay topics. So
hmm.
just be aware if you're
Yeah,
watching,
that's cool.
you can watch or not. Like, but this is if I'm gonna bring myself to the readings, like, and I'm gonna connect just like I connected before on entrepreneurship, we're gonna connect uh, on the complexities of being a gay man in the 21st century.
Yeah.
And just know that I'm about to head in that direction. Take it or leave it.
Okay.
But this is where we're going. And I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everybody else watching. So here we go. Um, I think spiritually, sometimes the universe knows that the best way to motivate us is with a cute guy fantasy, and then we go chase it, and then we go where we're supposed to go. Like honestly, like when the universe wants me to do something, it's obviously putting a cute guy in front of me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll go there," and then I end up somewhere important for different reasons. But that's a the universe knows how to move us from city to city, and that was one for you, and that's okay. Um, but I think he the relationship that was not to be and the job that was not to be were not just tools that the universe used to help you to move to a place you belonged for this next chapter of your life, but also spiritual lessons in themselves. And I'm reading this from your chart, but I also like I'm adding the gay context in a way that maybe a straight numerologist won't be able to. And the gay context is that we missed out on so many romantic experiences because of the world we grew up in, because of the way that the world forced us to think about our crushes, our romantic fantasies, our the things we were drawn to as you can't talk about them. Not everybody will understand. Sometimes it's dangerous. Like there's this disconnection that we have between the love story that everybody is chasing in life and us feeling like we deserve it because there's an element of societal stuff that says is like either you shouldn't have it or like it's not going to be it's not going to be well received by everybody. So there's always a level of shame there. And because you couple that with all of the movies, all of the songs, all of the romantic shit you get daily the from the straight world, basically, it's this fire that most of us, not all, but most of us feel that we've been denied, that everybody else gets easily. And it chases us for a while. And it drives us to make a lot of decisions. And it causes us to over romanticize every single opportunity. Sometimes those opportunities are beautiful, are powerful, are real connection, and they're just not meant to last a long time. But a straight person will process that easier than a gay person because we have the scar of never having the story. And then the like even if something is short and meaningful and powerful, we're like, well, it that wasn't enough because we're starving for that. And I think in your story, your you have that, and there's probably a similar, like probably for different reasons, but a similar theme going on in your career, where there's like you are so enamored by the perfect story, you get it, it's beautiful, it's perfect, and then you keep it for a long time. That a story that doesn't fit that, even if it's important to your story, important to your life trajectory, is still giving you meaningful things, but just ended in a different way than you expected. The pain is triple, not because you are not able to move on, but because you are moving with the expectation that the thing you're supposed to find is the meaningful, powerful, beautiful, perfect thing that you can keep forever. And boy, do I connect to that. And boy, do I connect to the feeling like, oh, this was meant to be. And then a month later, it's like, no. And why did I think that? And then did I make a mistake? And then now I'm here, and what am I supposed to do now? And if you think about it, those two things, they serve their role already. And now you don't need them. Maybe not need them is not the right word, but like now you found out that the story goes to a different direction, and that more meaningful things are right around the corner. It's just that these building blocks that you gave too much meaning to, and that's okay, are hurting not because they ended, but because of the too much meaning part. I just think it's a particular type of pain that, not just because I know myself, but because I know a lot of gay guys. We share that a lot in a very particular way. So we share the fantasy and the grieving of the fantasy over and over and over and over again. And it's a particular piece of our story. And I think right now, what you have very naturally and very normally isn't a problem in your life. It's just grief to process, grief of the fantasy. And that definitely takes time. But sometimes it's easier to process it when you know what it is and you know what it's not. It's not failure. It's not being denied even the dream forever. The dream is still in the future. It's just the grief of a particular fantasy that wasn't not to be. And I think you got it double whammy of that on the career front and the personal front at the same time. So when stuff like that happens, it's always like the universe being like, okay, it's not that you're wrong, bad, weak, whatever. It's just that I can see, and I'm talking like the universe right now, I can see that one of the blind spots that you have is over narrating every step of the journey to a place where adapting to the shifting landscape becomes harder than it needs to be. And I'll make you notice it with the double whammy, and I'll make you figure out, not that you should not move to a city for a guy. If you feel it, go for it. Not that you shouldn't even chase these lofty dreams on the personal and career front. You shouldn't. Just like slowly developing a better skill of bouncing back from the grief, being ready to be excited again by the thing that's around the corner that might actually be it. But there's the thing, like if the next thing around the corner might actually be it, and you give it all that weight again, then you didn't address that piece, which is not to dream, but to some things I'm still learning myself, by the way. Not to hang on to still be excited, but to hang on a little bit before you write the rest of the story, like in the beginning, to be like, oh my God, this is awesome. And like when your mind starts going like, well, this is permanent. Well, this is going to be this and this and this and this, just like, wait, we're not there yet. So that you are open to multiple kinds of stories. And so that every story, long or short, slow or fast, powerful or just brief moment in time, gives you what it wants to give you. And why am I like untangling all of this? is because when I see your chart, I see one, this is like you landed here for a bigger reason than those two things for sure. And two, right now, this 2026, the universe wants you to really like when I say to other people, don't be over analytical. Right now in your charts, the in higher parts of your chart than just the personal year, the universe is asking you to be analytical, to analyze what mental model is making the situation heavier than it really is, and how to like rework that model so that you can open the door to the things that are right there, like around the corner. And I'm speaking metaphorically, but maybe not really, like in your building, like really close to you, a better, more aligned job, a better, more aligned guy. That's so easy to find. It only needs an upgrade of that model where the grief is processed a little faster and a little more efficiently. Did that make sense? I'm sorry, like I went through a lot of stuff.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I feel like this grieving process is taking too long because, as I said, it's been a roller coaster.
Mhm,
Sometimes I wake up and it's all right. I can understand why things didn't work out for us, and but there are the days that I wake up and like it's been like they yes they know because the other day I wake up and it's like terrible
mhm,
and I keep I don't know. One day I feel like there's moments that where I just need to feel the emotions that the situations brought me
mhm.
to, and there are the moments that I try to understand. So I keep thinking and trying to be rational about things. Kind of lost in this grieving process.
Yeah, that's where I feel like I want to edit what I said earlier because maybe the objective isn't to make the grieving faster because I said that before, just to understand what's extending it.
Yeah,
Because I feel like the answer is inside of you in your own story, and that shift, because it happens internally, is what unlocks the real stuff you were chasing in the beginning. But that's why I said like I just feel this story very clearly. Like the things you came to find in that city are like right there under your nose, like right there, and we will figure out what that means. But they're blocks away, same street, same like they're just like, and I'm talking not just about the guy, but the job too.
yeah. Which
And I
the
think
thing
that
is very funny.
what
This thing you said is very funny because we live in the same street.
well,
But yeah,
I
I'm
don't
being
like
cautious with
I don't know if
this.
it's him. I don't know if it's him.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
I'm open to that too because we don't know.
Uh,
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
yeah.
But I still think it's better to think it's not and then find out it is than to think it
Hmm.
is because that keeps you there, you know?
Yeah, sure.
If it's him, let him surprise you. Don't don't stay in that channel.
Yeah, I think maybe this is the thing that is extending my grief.
Mhm, mhm. Because what
I
if the
try to
like
be.
go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that I try to be present because we did not end on bad terms. We
Mhm,
just understood the situation wasn't going well for both
mhm,
parts. But uh, at the same time that I understand that distance is necessary in the moment,
mhm.
I still want to be near somehow. And I think there's this sense of loyalty in me that maybe it's the points that I need to work better.
That's the thing right there. That's the thing. It's I'm scared to give this advice because I don't know if I'm projecting. I don't know if I'm just gonna give it. If I'm
Yeah,
wrong,
sure.
don't listen to
Go
me.
on.
I could be
Okay.
wrong. Just don't listen to me. Feeling the spark for somebody and the alignment. and celebrating is like, oh my God, I found something special. And then finding out maybe not is very hard to let go of, especially in our context. And you keep wanting not to let go of it. It's like, well, maybe it's just one of those stories where later it changes, like a year later it changes, or 2 years later it changes. And it's not even about whether that's true or not. Maybe it is. But hooking yourself up to that energy where, like, at the bottom line, like, you can rationalize a million things, but at the bottom line of it, when you're really honest with yourself, you're in the belief that you're waiting for him. That's where, like, that connection is blinding you from all the other opportunities right around the corner, like in the same street.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's so, like, it's just as logical and just as likely that he was like 90% of what you're looking for, but 100% is this other guy that you're about to meet. It's like that's just as likely as like he was the 100%, and you just have to wait for him. Those both of those stories are realistic. Now,
Okay.
which one are you going to pick? Which one's more useful? Which one's more constructive? Which one helps you more, regardless of what happens?
Do I need to answer that now?
Try.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the moment I just prefer to be alone by myself.
That's
I
okay
don't
too.
think
That's
I'm
okay.
available to
I
getting
want
in
to.
this
Yeah.
relationship situation
Yeah.
again.
I'm so uncomfortable. Like, this is you're bringing out like an area of life where I'm so uncomfortable giving advice. Because like I feel like I feel like just as lost as you in this part of life. So like I'm just like, who do you think you are telling somebody what they should do with this situation, buddy? You don't know what to do with it either. But like, let me try. Um, what I wanted to say is, as long as you choosing to be alone isn't really about waiting for him, then that's fine. But if it is really about waiting for him, I just think that's something to analyze. Because
Yeah,
it's like, again, like, I'm not even trying to say it's not him. I'm trying to say that's the least constructive channel to plug into right now.
totally. Been in that situation before. I know it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I think it's both. I think I do want to be alone, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, there's something in my head operating at the wait and see.
That's okay. It's not you don't have to figure out the lesson the universe is trying to give you today in this call, or tomorrow, or next week, or the week after. I think when I look at your chart, this year specifically is about two things. One, it's about meeting new people and making new friends. That's all over your chart. That's why I say, like, I think you're right coming to the city, because this your chart talks about like a new group of friends, a new social circle, a new community, kind of. And not it doesn't have to be an official group, but like community can mean like a group of friends, and finding it. I don't want to pressure you to say like you have to find it this year. No, 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 no. But like, it's that, and the other ingredient in your chart right now is analyzing your behavior around that objective. What are the ways in which you make that process of integrating yourself into a new environment, a new city, a new place harder than it should be, because of the way you prioritize or just think or process in general. So like, there's this opportunity and this challenge. The challenge is to start thinking differently. The opportunity is to find a really, really amazing, not with just one, but several new connections in your life that will matter. So at the same time that I like show up and reading your chart, and like me understanding exactly what you're going through in ways that are very, very personal, from the numerology angle, I really like I want to push you to change your mind about things because it's your objective for 2026, and it's changing your mind about how you integrate yourself to a new place, how you find new friends, and how you bring new people into your life. And
Yeah.
if what you're trying to do is isolate, that's the opposite of the objective. So that's why I'm like, if somebody in a vacuum tells me like I just want to be alone this year, I usually am the one celebrating that. It's just like, yeah, like fuck everybody, just chill because I like that. But I feel like I want to stop you from doing that because of your chart right now. I
Yeah, I
don't
think
think
I definitely
you
need it.
know. Mhm.
I'm very
Like,
used to being alone at
yeah,
my own company,
this is not the
but
year for
it's
that.
not.
And there's a
Yeah,
lot of opportunities very close to you, very close to you. And I think maybe you're right in that, like, maybe it's not constructive to think, oh, I'm just going to go meet another guy. But maybe the constructive is like, let me go find a new group of friends and make that the objective, and just forget about him for a second, whether or not he returns. I really feel like, and I don't like to say this is like why do I keep editing myself? I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it. I really feel like you're gonna find really awesome things very quickly if you make that internal shift. I feel it in my bones, like within weeks. That's why I'm pressuring you so much when I usually don't pressure people.
pressure is important. I've been circling the same issues with my closest friends from and family
Mm,
from São Paulo.
mm,
It's like, yeah, it's the same problem always. I feel isolated, I feel lonely, and I do not know what to do to change that because I have a remote job, so I don't need to get out of the house to
mhm,
go to work. And this job that I got here in the studio is just me and two people,
mhm.
which are very kind to me, but I don't do much. And like I said, I got very used to be in my own company for a long time from previous situations. So my hobbies are very much like I can do it on my own. I read books. I like to draw. I play video games, and I definitely know that I need to change that and open myself more to the world. Like, and I think what is frustrating is it's this because I'm here. It's the hottest place in Brazil. It's the the best place to be,
Mhm.
and it's I love it. But it's not the place is depressing. I think I am low key depressed at the moment.
It's okay. We've all been
Yeah,
there. I've been there. Um, these seasons change. Be kind to yourself. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel stuck and not know how to get yourself unstuck, or maybe to know how to and to still feel like you cannot actually do it. Like there's something
yeah.
so much deeper holding you back from it. I get it. I get it. Still try though.
I'll do my best.
um there has, like, I'm like, you're in Rio, there has to be like, and not a bar, there has to be like like a like a movie screening, uh chess thing, like a some sort of, like, whether it's gay or not gay, like some sort of thing that you're like, you know what, I can go to that, I'll go.
Yeah, I definitely try it. It's
Hmm.
not that I didn't leave the house for these
Hmm.
2 months that I've
but
been here.
but
I
keep
definitely,
doing it, but keep doing it, don't just do it once,
yeah,
keep doing it. I'm telling you, it's so close. It's so close. You're there for a reason. And because the things you want to flip are not that far, because think about it this way, because we were watching the whole stream, sometimes the change people are seeking, it's not that it's far, but it's not going to be immediate. Like someone's trying to build a business, like they're signing on to a multi-year journey. uh for you, it's just finding connection in the new city that you're in. That can happen very, very fast, very, very fast. So when you think about it, when it can happen so quickly, the effort involved is so small, so small. And like maybe it doesn't work the first time, but it's still very small effort. 1 day a week. It's there. It is.
What you said that there's something that I do that makes things harder than it really is.
Something that we do. I do it too.
Yeah,
Think I'm
yeah.
separated from this? Like
Thanks for
half of
correcting
the advice I
me.
gave you, I needed myself. Like, so let's get it straight.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the funny
yeah.
thing about encounters.
Mhm.
Wow.
So let's do it. Let's do it. Time to stop making excuses. Just fucking get out of the house. Let's go. Just know that like this move was meant to happen. You're
I
not
know
off
that. I
track.
feel I
Not
feel
off
it in my bones.
track. Hmm.
Since the first time I came to Rio, I was like, man, I'm gonna be here someday. And it was like 3 years ago. And and I felt the the things happening for
Hmm.
me to be here at this very specific moment, despite the things that happened. But I just knew it. Something called me.
Go find it. Go find it.
I knew that I should be here, but now I need to know what the fuck am I doing here?
Exactly. Exactly.
And that makes me um it's not a that makes me excited.
Hmm.
Like makes me curious about this mysterious thing that brought me here.
Exactly. There's the shift in energy. I felt it
Yeah.
already. You just did it. You got excited. Did you see that? Did you see that?
We got it on live. Yeah.
Yeah. You like you said like click. You did it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It did.
That's it. That's that excitement.
It
That's
did.
it.
No.
Stay on that channel. Stay on that channel.
Yeah.
And you don't. And if you're still not ready this week, it's okay. Try next week. It doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Like just know that that making like that shift in energy will metastasize, will get stronger, and then it'll pull you out, and it won't be hard. Just stay on that
Sure.
energy, and the rest happens naturally. I think I've seen this pattern before. I don't know if you've seen it. I've been noticing, and I've been giving a name to it recently. It's there's there's always this like change that I know I have to do, and for months I'm not doing it, but at least I'm mentalizing myself that it's coming. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So for example, like going back to the gym. I'm like, yeah, but later, yeah, but later. But I'm like, but I'm gonna go back, but I'm gonna go back, but I'm gonna go back. And eventually it happens. And then I realized like that whole time where you're mentalizing yourself, you're maybe shaming yourself because you know you should do it, but you're not doing it. But that's part of the process is like slowly shifting the mentality. Like this is coming, I'm going to do it, and like I'm going to do it. And even if there's a week or a month lag, you're still doing something because you're at least planting the seed that later just pushes it out. So that's a process to respect. The mentalizing part is just as important. And sometimes, like, you don't need to force yourself today or tomorrow, but just at least it's like, okay, this is coming. Soon I will do it. And that's enough.
Something that I've been hearing a lot from people that I talk to is to just give time to things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Yeah.
and I
Go ahead.
think there's something in what you said now that it definitely matches this
Mm-hmm.
energy. You know the thing, but you need to give yourself time to it, to the process to
Yeah.
develop in your head and in the world.
Mm-hmm. Process the idea that it's coming. You
Yeah,
just like just want to make sure that that's not longer than it needs to be, the processing. But like, uh, yeah, this totally makes sense. Sometimes it's just like letting the upcoming change slowly get into your like subconscious. Is like, this is coming, I'm going to do it, and when I do it, it is going to be easy.
right.
Yeah, give that time. But like, seriously, it's in your chart. You are going to find a lot of people there. A lot. Just my last reminder to you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, Andrew. It was so nice to meet you and talk to you. It
Likewise.
was very, yeah,
Likewise.
it was very important to me.
Same. To me too.
Yeah,
I important
definitely.
conversation. Yeah. So let's make it count. If you're curious about what your own numerology chart says about this chapter of your life, the turning points that are in front of you or ahead in the next few months, I have good news for you. That is literally what my app is for. You get your full chart free, 7 sections, plus monthly forecasts, plus yearly forecasts, and many, many more features. Check out Teledipity in your favorite app store or go to teledipity.com today.